fun thing to do to celebrate, right? Because we all do such a good job. But I have some special guests that are going to help us celebrate. It's not going to be all me. It's going to be all kids today, which is really, really exciting for me. So I've just got a couple of slides to remind us of what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to turn it over to students who are going to do our celebration for us. Thumbs up if you think that's a good idea. I think 2 thumbs up. I think it's a great idea. So let me just real quickly show everybody what we're going to do. Because remember, in the beginning of our celebration, we talked about the character trait for this month, which is friendship. And I usually put that up there, but let me show you something. So December is we're thinking about friendship. And usually the next slide is talking about what friendship looks like, right? But guess what? Grade 3. How many of you helped grade 3 with their survey about what friendship looks like at Brayton? They're going to share the results and they're going to tell us what friendship looks like at Brayton. So we can work on that for the month of December. Raise your hand if you remember what the character trait of November was. What have we been working on? Jay, what have we been working on?
We have been working on friendship.
Before friendship. What was before friendship?
Independent.
Close. Yes, ma'am.
Responsible.
What was earlier this year? This year was responsibility. Let me think. Maybe somebody here might know. Yes, sir.
Cooperation.
Cooperation. Remember? Well, we're very lucky. We have some 4th graders that are going to show us what cooperation is and what cooperation isn't. So let's see how that goes. So we'll have our new character trait of friendship. We'll review last month's character trait of cooperation, all with the help of children and students and teachers. Then we'll have our Principals Award for cooperation last month. And then we'll be done. And it's afternoon, it's not first thing in the weekend, in the morning, so it's almost time for our weekend. Thumbs up if you think that's going to be okay. 2 thumbs up on this. I'm going to need the house band, and I hear you guys have some new music for us too, right? The house band is going to play the screen up, and the 3rd graders to the stage, please. Everybody else, listen to the music while we wait, nice and quiet. Yep.
From Miss Muka's and Miss Lawson's class did a survey to find out what students at Brayton think about friendship. The survey had 2 questions. The first question asked about character traits of a friend, and the second question asked about what kind of things does a good friend do. We gave 6 options for each question. All the options are important, but we wanted to find out what were the most important to students at Brayton. We counted all the answers, did the math, and now we will share the results of the survey with you. Here are the results about the most important character traits of a friend. The 6th most important character trait was a good friend is fun to be around. The 5th most important character trait was a good friend is a good listener. The fourth most important character trait was a good friend is honest. The third most important character trait was a good friend is trustworthy. The second most important character trait was a good friend is loyal. The most important character trait at Brayton is a good friend is kind. Here are the results for the question about the most important thing a good friend does. The sixth most important thing a good friend does is a good friend doesn't leave you alone. The fifth most important thing a good friend does is a good friend makes you laugh. The fourth most important thing a good friend does is a good friend keeps your secret. The third most important thing a good friend does is a good friend stands up for you. The second most important thing a good friend does is a good friend listens to you. The most important thing a good friend does is a good friend likes you just the way you are. Thank you for participating in our survey. We would like you to participate in a poem called I Can Be a Pal. Cooperation at Brayton looks like helping each other, sharing, joining the group, making sure everyone is involved in the group, talking through problems, which is called compromising, and doing your part of the work.
That was wonderful. Now comes the last part of our celebration for this month. And this month, boys and girls, we extended our Principals Award to recognition of students for academic achievement, improvement in behavior, all sorts of things, continued exemplary citizenship, we talked about that one earlier, or any other aspect of the student's performance in school that the teacher thinks is really excellent. The Principals Award can also be used to recognize a student who is a good example of the current monthly character trait, which for November was cooperation. Teachers across the school have identified the following students to receive the Principals Award this month. Please walk across the stage. Why don't we go up because we wanted the picture? Be on the stage because that's where she's going to want the picture. Make sure you use the stairs and be careful, please. We'll start with kindergarten. Mrs. Danae and Ms. Hobby Welsh are nominating Maria Lascarbo for the Principals Award this month. Make sure you come up when you hear your name. Maria brings a positive attitude to class on a daily basis. Come on up, sweetie. Her sense of humor is enjoyed by both friends and adults. Maria is always willing to help friends, and her kindness towards all always has us having her be a partner with other students for all sorts of activities. In Miss Honorado's class, she nominated Sophia Feliciano and Jeffrey Moon. Come on up. Sophia always cooperates with her classmates. We can count on her to work with anyone, anytime. She's a wonderful addition to the kindergarten class. Jeffrey is a cooperative friend all the time. He is the first to give a compliment or help out whenever anyone is in need. Great job, Jeffrey. Mr. Shania nominated Cielo D'Angelo. Cielo has been chosen for this award because she leads by example and always gives her best effort in learning. Cielo also has shown that she is able to cooperate by being able to work with everyone, no matter the task. Congratulations, Cielo. Ms. Patno nominated Neil Davey and Karina Scowl. Come on up. Both of these students cooperate by getting along with others in groups and following our class rules, so our learning times are not wasted. And we saw that up on the stage, didn't we, when we saw what is to cooperate. Brianna Reynolds, Carmela Reynolds, and Danielle McDonald were nominated by Mrs. Thomas. These girls cooperate in a variety of ways, doing a great job every day with their schoolwork, following rules, helping each other and their teachers. They're all around good students and should be very proud of themselves. Nice job, Brianna, Carmela, and Danielle. Keep up the great work. Emerson Bullitt and Ella Palumbo were nominated by Mrs. Picos. Emerson always goes out of her way to help friends in need. When working in cooperative groups, she's conscientious of the work to be done and works to keep the peace as needed. Emerson is a cooperative student. Ella is always kind and helpful to her classmates. She works hard in cooperative groups and strives to do her best with her partners. Ella is a cooperative student. Ms. Johnson nominated Riley McDonald and Kaden Boucher for the Principal Award. Kaden comes to school prepared and ready to learn Hayden is a cooperative student who helps others when they need it and makes sure that everyone is included. Riley works well with everyone in our class. She always does the right thing without being asked. Riley is a hard worker and does her best at all times. She treats others equally and with respect and helps her classmates with work and activities. Riley is a very cooperative student. Haley Chapman was nominated by Mrs. Luca. Haley is a student that you can always count on to lend a helping hand. She works well with all her peers and is often found guiding others. During our group work or partner work, she takes the initiative to make sure the job gets done and that it gets done well. Haley is a role model for a well-rounded student. Ms. Lawson nominated Manav. I'm sorry I didn't learn his Manav, how do you say your last name? Where'd you go, bud? Sorry about that. Kuja. Come on up, bud. Since the beginning of school, sorry, I lost my place. Since the beginning of school, Manav has always been cooperative with peers and adults. He works well with others and is always offering support and help when his classmates are having a difficult time with schoolwork or during the day. Manav is always smiling and making sure that everyone is included in the group or activity. He is a role model for his classmates. Mrs. McCarron nominated Carly Roberts and Hope Pierce. Both Carly and Hope are deserving because they work well together and with others. Both girls are hard workers and great at helping in any situation. They're always the first to volunteer when something has to be done or someone needs assistance. Neither one of them ever shies away from doing work and what is expected of them. Carly and Hope are very deserving of the Principal Cooperation Award for their dedication to their classmates and their Brayton community. Ms. Casala told me that she nominated Natalie and Lola Kaler for Principal Awards and Cooperation. They consistently work well with their peers, regardless of who they are put into a group with. They actively try to compromise and make sure that everyone in their group is involved and gets heard. They're always willing to help their peers and share whatever they can. Caitlin Baker was nominated by Mrs. Farnsworth. Mrs. Farnsworth said that she has Caitlin for coping and after school, and she often finds herself asking Caitlin to help other students on levels that she's already completed. Caitlin always drops what she's working on and happily helps others. She puts the group ahead of herself. Mrs. Oliveri and Mr. Jacoby nominated two fifth graders, Patrick Flynn and Ramel Alvarez. Although Patrick was a quiet student, he's eager to face new challenges and is agreeable to try his best on tasks that are given to him in the classroom. Patrick gets along well with his classmates and cooperates with his peers and teachers in a way worthy of being recognized. Ramel is a very well-liked and respected fifth grader. He cooperates with his classmates in a way that allows the students to work together when working on problems or projects. He is respectful to his teachers and is a positive role model who cooperates with his teachers by being an engaged student and for many reasons is worthy of an award in cooperation. Mr. Shania nominated Liliana, I can't speak anymore, Liliana Crawford. Sorry, Liliana. Liliana is chosen for this award because of how she takes ownership of her learning. She's always willing to help others and is able to cooperate with all of her classrooms no matter the activity. In 6th grade, Mrs. Sadlowski nominated Cadence Brzee and Jalen Tudor. When Cadence and Jalen walk into class, they immediately ask what is needed for class and then proceed to pass out the necessary materials to everyone. You will always find them helping each other and always in math and others in math and science. Both girls are polite and respectful to all, and it's a pleasure to have in class. Mrs. Dunn Sawyer nominated Carly Guegor Thomas and Kaylee Lascarbo for the Principal's Award this month. Carly is a helpful, cooperative worker who is always the first to volunteer when one of her peers needs help. Anytime I ask her to do something for me, I am met with an enthusiastic, sure. She's a type of student that I can always count on to be there when anyone is in need and to do the right thing. Kaylee is a dedicated student and is an excellent example for her classmates. Her assignments are always completed on time and she puts 100% effort into what she does. She's helpful, kind, and a fantastic role model for her peers. Mr. Sherman, Mr. Shania, and Mr. Chapman would like to recognize Micah Spencer. Micah deserves this award for his cooperation each day in his gymnasium before and after recess. He offers to set up floor hockey and also takes the time to move PE equipment, including cones, carts, and ball racks to the hallway, and promptly returns them after recess. Thank you for the help and congratulations, Micah. Ms. Wildermuth nominated Hannah Sinay to be recognized for being cooperative. She is a hardworking student in art class who always follows directions and remains focused on completing assignments. When asked to help others, she cooperates well in assisting them. It is a pleasure to have such a dependable and cooperative student in class. Congratulations to the students that have been recognized this month for working hard and cooperating with others.